Hello, YouTube fam. How y'all doing? This is your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Review, a channel where I rant and I review. I'm your host, Uncle Tim. Made in America. Make that shit make sense. You know, I went and picked up something that was made in America, and the shit was higher than it was, 6 months ago. I thought if I bought the made in America stuff, man, I wouldn't face those issues with the tariffs. Which, in actuality, you will face those issues with the tariffs. Think about it. When you see a lot of stuff that say made in America, you see that symbol, the flag and all that stuff, it's assembled here. The pieces, the raw material come from somewhere else. And we're here thinking that, you know, American strong, American pride and all that stuff. You looking at it and you like, man, I'm doing something good. I'm actually helping the economy. No, you not. Bro, you helping those same damn people that you trying to put tariffs on, man. Now we getting hit with tariffs on the damn shit made in America. So you sitting here thinking, I'm not winning any way it goes. That's one of the biggest fucking scams there is right now, made in America. I'm being charged up the roof of that shit too. And the quality ain't that damn great anyway. I'm just being honest, bro. You call it for what it is. You talk about your Camaros and all that shit. It's just made here. The pieces come from other places. You know, you talk about all these damn things that we take for granted in this damn country. They come from somewhere else. Shit, a lot of our produce come from other places. A lot of our meat come from other places. What are we doing? We sitting here thinking that, you know, that putting tariffs on everybody is going to solve a problem. It's going to create a lot of money. We're never going to see that money. And I'm going to tell you that. We're not going to see it. The rich will see it. Because this shit only benefits them. Brother, I'm going to tell you something. Those farmers out in Nebraska are crying. Those farmers out in Arkansas are crying. They saying, man, I haven't seen it this bad and shit, I can't call it. These are small businesses. Each one of these farmers is a small business person. And brother, they employed a lot of damn people. But what happened? They got rid of the migrants, as they call them, the illegals, or, however you looking at the situation, and they said, hey, these people are taking American jobs. How many Americans you see trying to get those jobs now? Not one. There's a need for every damn body, bro. But, I think a lot of people are taking this shit a whole nother way. This is what I'm trying to look at, man. We trying to single out people, man. We shouldn't. Dude, all these damn jobs, nobody want to do. Now they're talking about who we going to get to work on these farms. That's one. Two, who we going to sell this product to? Remember, China bought a lot of soybeans from the U.S. The U.S. was actually higher in price than a lot of other places. You do know that, right? But they wanted to have a relationship with the U.S. Now, once you cut that, these farmers are on the verge of going bankrupt. And like I told you before in previous videos, that's what the government wants. They want that land. I don't give a damn what you thinking. They want that land. When you start seeing this situation for what it is, it's always about money. Think about it. They want corporate farms. They don't want no more individualists. They don't want no more people farming but corporate. They want those corporate farms. That way they can make all the damn money. They want to have their hands in every damn thing. They got their hands in medicine. They got their hands in food. They got their hand in land, which is the BLM. Dude, Bureau of Land Management, man, those motherfuckers are a trip in itself, bro. See, the thing is, you think you really know all of these damn alphabets. You don't. There are a lot of them, man, and they do so much of shit. This is why you got to be very careful. The lifeblood of this country is small businesses. In the 80s, they were booming like a motherfucker. Why? Because people came here and they were like, look, I'm going to have that dream. They used to hear about the American dream, the land of milk and honey. back when it was called America, the place that you could go and just live and be free. It's not like that anymore. You in bondage right now. You born into shackles and shit. You know, it's just like, man, you are working from sun up to sun down just to pay your damn bills, bro. When are you getting a chance to live? The rich people living their ass off. They looking at you laughing. But yet instead, man, we struggling our ass off, and we sitting here thinking, how could we make this situation better? If it wasn't for these damn young people showing us the way, you know, creating lanes, creating jobs that weren't there before, because they made sure you don't qualify for jobs after school. You know, people getting these high-ass loans from schools. I got a prestigious loan from Yale. You know, I got a degree from Yale, Harvard, you know, Yale and Harvard, Princeton. And you come to find out you can't get a fucking job. How good is that damn degree? And now you can have a degree in something that's, you know, gonna pay, but you still gotta have what? Experience. Gotta have that degree. And, you know, on top of all that, you gotta know somebody that's somebody to get in. Bro, it ain't like it used to be, man, whereas you go out and you apply for a job and you get it. And people were like, well, you know what? It's too many people from other countries here and they're taking jobs. That ain't what it is. That ain't, the rich people telling you that shit. Dude, come on. The rich people are cutting jobs left and right. They using these tariffs as a way to cut jobs, restructure. We are restructuring right now. We're laying people off. Why? You put those tariffs out there. Walmart went to the government. Target went to the government. All these big companies went to the government and said, hey, look, you keep this shit up, we ain't gonna have no food on the shelves. You know we get majority of our shit from other places. And people still don't get that. But see, you know what? I know everybody don't believe when I say shit is going left. That American dream is a pipe dream now. You're working your ass off. You know what? America is in debt. This motherfucker got a deficit out of this world, bro. We are, what, trillions in debt. But you know what? You know what? I gotta call us out for that shit. Because, see, we didn't look at the bigger picture. Like I say, we all need to group together to fight the big problem. The rich. The poor, the middle class need to band together in order to actually do some shit. That's the only way it's gonna work. You know, each time that you open up a business and it start doing good, okay, say for instance, I open up some weird business, the poop business. Think about it, the porta potties, the porta johns, and all that shit, right? These things were doing really good, right? So, what happened? Big Pharma opens up a subsidiary company to buy all the poop from these porta johns. And you know, like, you saying, why? Because within your body, there's enzymes. And they're taking those enzymes and they're actually redoing them in a way where they can patent them. Do you hear what I'm saying? Because you can't patent something that occurs naturally in the body. You can't patent something that grows naturally in the wild. So what do? They add shit to stuff. Bro, they added so much shit to us. You come to find out those vaccines we took didn't do shit to help anything. They're killing our immune system, basically, in so many words. You know, then you look at the biggest thing, man. How much stuff do we have to have in our body for them to copyright us? You heard what I said. Dude, if you have so much of somebody's property in you, hell, how long before they copyright us? They're basically changing our DNA right in front of us, man, and we're not saying anything. They make us scared. They did the same shit with HIV as they did with the virus. They did the same thing with all that shit. They made it look worse than it was, man. People were melting back then. with HIV, when it was going to AIDS. They were melting. They were showing you pictures of people just losing, just falling out in that damn thing. Now, people are having AIDS and not even going through any of that. And you like, well, they got medications for it and everything now. No, they don't. If you poor or homeless, you can't afford medication. Why don't those people look like those people that we used to see in the 80s on TV commercials saying, how bad this was? Why? Because whenever they try to bring something to our attention, they make it worse than what it is. They make it 10 times worse. Like I tell you, when you take in this stuff, man, and I was like, man, how could they have, with this virus, how could they have gave us, or how could we have got the virus? I'm talking about COVID. And we weren't in contact with anybody, or, somebody that came from China or wherever. I believe it was on the swabs. It wasn't on every swab, but I believe it was on some of the swabs. That's the only way. They were telling people they were positive, and, they told these couple of people that they were positive for, the virus. And bruh, they were like, I had canceled the test. I had canceled, and they telling me I'm positive. Bruh, you know what? Only way you can be positive is what? I think people ain't saying that. And at one point it worked to their advantage when they were trying to change the economy, change the world, change the laws. And once they did everything they set out to do, guess what they did? Oh, this is not really harmful in anything. And they turned their backs on, the medical workers and every damn thing else. So all of a sudden, everything went left, bruh. When you look at this economy, you look at everything that's going on, it's everything here controlled by the rich. It's controlled by damn near 10 or 12 families. Within this world is controlled by damn near 10 or 12 families. You might want to add, say, about 15 to 20 of them. Think about it. Every American president, it's not random. Those people were already chosen. Those people already were clicked in. Your Bill Clintons, your Barack Obamas, your every damn body, even Trump, they were already set in stone. Some of these people are all on pictures together as children. And dude, if you really look at that, shit makes sense. It's the divide and conquer shit that gets me, man. This country don't need to be divided anymore. It needs to be brung together. At one point in time, man, this country was doing fantastic. Then, the people in power got so greedy, they started outsourcing American jobs to other countries. You can't blame the worker because they got employed. You got to blame the damn company. And see, that's what a lot of people are doing right now. They blaming people when you should be blaming the company. Man, come on now. I don't see anybody running out there to pick fruit. I don't see any damn body out there running to do some of these jobs nobody wanted to do. Like in the middle of the damn hot-ass summer, putting the house drywall up, painting houses. I don't see nobody out there doing that shit. A lot of these companies are going damn near bankrupt because people don't want to do the jobs. They expect more money, and that's the problem. You ask how did a lot of immigrants in this country make it? They did jobs nobody else wanted to do. Man, I'm telling you, there are a lot of jobs nobody want to do. And man, you can make good money off of them. But guess what? You can't hate the people for working their ass off. Dude, we start sending the migrants back, and look what's happened to the country. Our damn food supply damn near stopped. What the fuck going on? Hell, stuff that you thought was just Americans, like not doing shit, you come to find out other people were sitting there holding up this country, man. There are a lot of people from other countries who are not citizens that pay taxes. Dude, I don't understand where y'all thinking this shit is not right. People are paying taxes. Yes, they may not be paying the same amount you are. They may not making the same amount you are, but people are paying taxes because with that hope that they might be granted amnesty like they did, I think, in the 80s when Ronald Reagan did it that one time. If you've been here for a certain amount of time, you did this, you did that. Yeah, that's what people were hoping for now. But now people are scared and leaving the country right now. You got people from Europe. You got people from, like Haiti and stuff like that, from the continent of Africa. You got the Hispanic people from Mexico and other places. And you know what? Some people are voluntarily going right back because they like, man, I don't want to go through whatever's, about to happen, man. So I want you to think about that. When you see that made in American thing, it's not Americans working most of these damn jobs. Think about it. A lot of small businesses don't have the money to pay you like $25 an hour or something like that. Some of these companies are not making any money. My thing is, everybody said, oh man, you against Donald Trump and all that. Man, I'm not against any damn body. I'm not for anybody. I'm for this country. I'm for the people. I'm for us living. Man, you know what? I don't give a damn about the race situation. My thing is, we need to work together, bruh. I don't think people understand this. We need to work together. We so damn divided that another country just come over here and just take it over. It's not that damn hard. A lot of the people here are so damn soft and so damn sensitive. They all in their feelings. They got made up shit going on and stuff like that. They cats and dogs, tablecloth, hangers and shit. I'm like, man, come on. See, this is what happens, man, when you do too damn much. We need to sit back sometimes and just understand. We need to just shut the fuck up. We got it really good at times, man, and sometimes we got it bad. Dude, when I tell you people out here going to bed hungry, I'm not talking about the homeless people, man. There's people that work jobs and don't make enough. Dude, I knew a lot of people like that when I was young. Dude, shit, people think it's like, oh man, but see, you lived in an all-black neighborhood. No, I didn't. People were going through some shit, bro. Not everybody was making an arm and a damn leg. I think people misunderstand life, bro. When I say I miss the 80s, man, I was a kid then. I didn't have to deal with the shit that my parents had to deal with, man. Working jobs where, they didn't treat you like shit, man. And, you really not making no damn money. You fed up with every damn thing. You thinking about life and how you want to, find a way to do shit, man. And I'm telling people, we are a product of the past. Each shit that happens, man, think about it. They tell you celebrities are like immortal, some of them. And some of them actually probably are. Dude, it's like spirits, man. It's like these people have lived, thousands of years, bro. Some of these people are not what they appear to be, and I'm serious. Some of them are not. See, we sitting here thinking we dealing with regular people. We not. This is why I'm telling you, pay attention. The shit that we dealing with, the shit that's happening. A lot of people was talking to me about Charlie Kirk. And they asked me, what did I think about it? He wasn't the greatest person, I'm going to be honest. He said a lot of hateful shit. And I'm going to be honest. That's some real shit right there. That's not a lie. Now, there are things that I agree with him about, and there are things that I didn't agree with. But, the thing that I thought about was the person that they said done it, man, I could look at this guy and say he didn't do it. He shot him once. He shot the gun once and he killed this man. You telling me this 22-year-old boy did this? Nah, he didn't do that. This is the person they pinning it on. They pinning it on a person who's, they say they identified, got somebody that's LGBTQIA apostrophe X, part of that community. I don't believe that, bro. They're selling you something. You notice at his funeral, there were so many different people there. How often does that happen? Bruh, I believe the people that actually did something to him are the people whose team he was on. This is how this shit happened, bro. I don't believe it was the Democrats. I believe this was the Republicans. They're pushing an agenda, bruh. And that agenda is damn near in process. You know, some people were saying, I wouldn't be surprised if his wife was part of it. Bruh, this shit runs deep. You know, if you look at Candace Owens, as she go through the list of how she was debunking all the stuff that they said happened, bro, that will really make you stop and think. Pay attention. Everything that's happening right now, bro, it's not as it appears, man. There's so much shit happening. I want you to pay attention. You know, when we talk about made in America, the pride, the love, every damn thing that, this country once was, is no longer. This country ain't even tolerant no more. This country is angry, is frustrated because the bigwigs, the people in power, took all the jobs. They're taking everything. They're taking homes. They're taking anything that they figure you could own. They're trying to make cars, like I said before, whereas you don't own the car. You're just renting the damn car. You just leasing the car because they don't want you to own shit. There's power in ownership. But they're making it impossible. They're passing laws, whereas you got to qualify for home loans a certain way now. Bro, it's real. They going in hard. And if you buy a house all cash, they asking where's the money coming from, because, again, you don't need to talk to nobody when you buying a house cash. Bro, but they want you to. Pay attention. Shit is happening. See, what happened to Charlie Kirk? They're using it as a way to push an agenda. Rest his soul. Man, I don't wish death on anybody, man. He's a human being, and I didn't wish anything negative on him. He may have said some things I didn't agree with, but bruh, I don't wish ill on any damn body. What they're doing right now, man, it's the same thing they did with Kobe. When Kobe Bryant passed away, him and his daughter on that helicopter, they pushed an agenda there. They were pushing COVID in the background. We didn't pay attention. They put Kobe every damn where. Charlie Kirk is everywhere. What they're pushing behind the scenes, bro. Look through your paper. If you got a newspaper, look in the paper to see what's on the last page, what's in the middle of the paper, because this is what's happening. You know what? Every civil rights that we have in this country, every liberty, every, thing that we hold dear is on the edge of a precipice right now because things are changing. They're changing the world. When I tell you they're trying to do this one world government shit, you think I'm playing? Do you think America is at odds with Russia right now? No. Is there a war going on between Russia and the Ukraine? I don't really think so. If Russia wanted Ukraine, don't get me wrong, people have been hurt. My heart goes out to them. Soldiers have passed and perished. But if Russia really wanted the Ukraine, Russia is more powerful. They may not be bigger. See, when you look at Russia on the map, you think Russia is bigger. Russia goes into the continent of Africa like twice. Russia's not that big. But on the map, it's really big. I don't understand why they do that. They make everywhere else look really big, and it's not. Most of North America and South America can fit in Africa. Bro, shit is real. This is why I tell you, pay attention, man. They pulling the wool over our eyes, man. And like I said, there's something happening in the background, bro. Every time something major happened, think about when HIV or AIDS came out, what was in the paper? What was in, the main situation? There was something that was happening. Then all of a sudden, that snuck in. See, every time something happens, something is always in the background, man. Like when they got you looking over here, something happening over here. When they were pushing Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's engagement so hard, it was every damn where for a while. But what was happening over here? Even the president was talking about, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. What was happening in the background? Keep that in mind. The American dream is damn near a nightmare right now. American dream is full of debt, self-loathing, pity, you know, just hate right now. And I'm not saying everybody's like that. I'm just saying that's what the dream seems like it represents right now. It's like a nightmare, and everybody's just, finally fed up, and they're waking up. What's happening in this country right now, people are waking up. People are seeing everything for what it truly is. When I told you Made in America is a damn scam, it is. They tell you about all these historic black colleges like Morehouse and Spelman and all these other damn places, right? And you come to find out these are institutions named after the rich, but named after the wife, the last name. Bro, they got you thinking shit. Man, if I told you some of the every damn thing, brother, everything that's been happening, all of these political movements and shit like that, they're sponsored by rich people. This is their way of agitating the situation for they can have a certain outcome. All of this stuff. Dude, I really want to go hard and talk about everything, but I can't because it'll come off kind of racial, and it's not. When you talk about certain things, people think it's racial, and it's not. It's just like you talk about one thing, and it just, it hit a certain way. I believe everybody could feel it. When something is always spread across your TV, I mean, it's just on the TV so hard, there's something going on. Remember, it is. Man, let's not forget what's happening in Georgia. They getting all these damn strange messages on their TV and stuff, broadcast. Where is this stuff coming from? All these strange lights in the damn sky, certain lightning orbs and all type of stuff. What is going on? Bruh, then like I said, today we both still went through the rapture? A lot of people on, the religious side of TikTok were saying that today or tomorrow is the rapture, and they've been, selling their homes, their cars, and I'm like, what you gonna do with this money? They've been giving money away to people. I'm like, what happens if this don't happen? That's the thing that I'm looking at, man. Religion is a way used to keep you in bondage, man. I believe the world is not truly what you think it is, man. I believe all of this is a construct. I believe we are in the matrix, bro. The red pill or the blue pill, this situation that we in is not actually what it is. The sky that we see up there, man, I don't believe the sky is real. I don't believe clouds are real, bro. They are seeing people walking on clouds. Bruh, come on, man. I'm like, and I'm looking at the videos, I'm like, damn, what is really going on here, bro? There's so much. Go just look it up on TikTok. Bro, look it up. Not everything that you see is AI or a lie. See, this is how they get you. See, they got AI running scenarios and, everything like that to have you to be thrown off for you wouldn't believe that shit is real when you actually see some real shit. This is why I'm telling you to be careful. This is nothing but a ploy, to hurt the credibility, of shit. Man, you know what? They told you Mars is somewhere on this planet. They said the U.S. has never been to Mars. They ain't got no rover on Mars. They done found the hill and every damn thing else, and they just painted it red. Dude, just made the filter red. Bro, I'm going to tell you something. It's what it is. There's so much shit happening. There's so many lies that are being told. NASA is not studying space. NASA is studying the water. They started out in the beginning studying the water. Because it's not the sky. The way out is through the water. You know what? There are underground cities throughout the United States. There are underground cities under the damn oceans, bro. Do you honestly believe you know everything that these rich people are doing? You don't. This is how they get us, man. They got you looking over here, all the shit that's happening over here, bro. You would never be a privy to any of this stuff unless you was one of the 1%. And brother, like I tell you, the technology that these people got, they're not showing you every damn thing. Why you think certain people don't age? You look at them and be like, damn, Vladimir Putin haven't aged in what, decades, bro? If you look at a lot of other people, they don't age because some of them just don't age. This is some shit that they got going on. You ask me, I told you once upon a time there were a cure. It was a patent on the books for a cure for all bloodborne pathogens. And they said, oh, no, we just patented it like that just in case we come up with it. Bro, that's a damn lie. People don't patent dreams. They patent shit that actually works. There's a patent for COVID. So, you know, I'm trying to understand, bro. And we see that. We may not see it, but a lot of people felt it, allegedly. I don't know. I know I done had it like 3 or 4 damn times at one point in time. Thing I want you to look at here is there's no money in cures. What was the last thing they cured? Polio? How'd that work out? Once you cured that, that was it. There was no more money in it. Think about it. Cancer, you get all type of treatments and every damn thing like that. The treatments are killing you. Bruh, you not winning anything with this. Honestly, they could cure cancer. They could cure all this damn stuff. They just don't want to. There's no money in cures, bro. That's a one-time only, you know, profit. You know, but if I prolong it with the treatment, oh, I'm going to make all type of money. And this is why they medicating you so damn hard. Think about it. They're diagnosing you with every damn thing. You know, ADHD, you know, you bipolar, you got all this shit, man. You know, you remember back in the day you was called crazy and retarded, you know, and it didn't hurt any damn body feelings. Right now, we so damn sensitive, man, it just hurts. Anybody scream at you wrong, you crying and shit. You remember back in the day, you bump your knee on some shit, and you just look and say, damn, and just keep walking, right? Bump your knee again back in the 90s, you be like, okay. In the 2000s, you looking. Hell, 2010, you down on the damn floor crying. Dude, this is what's happening now. I believe the masculinity is damn near gone. They done breeded out the damn masculinity completely, man. And I'm looking like, damn. You know, it's crazy. And I don't have anything against anybody living their best life or living the way they want to live, bro. That ain't what none of this is about. And I don't want anybody to feel that way. I have no problem with the LGBTQIA apostrophe X community. Yeah. You know, I don't have no problem against that, man. My thing is, bro, when I sit here sometimes, I just got to ask, what have we accomplished, man? We took out of all the hard things. Everybody got, what's that, participation trophies. What happened to the, you know, number 1, number 2, and number 3? You know, we didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings anymore, so we made everybody a winner. Motherfucker, fuck all that. If you didn't win, you ain't a winner. That made us back in the day work hard to be a winner. You seen all them people standing on the stage, you like, damn, I want to be one of them. The next year, you worked your ass off and you could get up there. Somehow, perfect attendance, you know, honor roll or something. You got your ass up there. You was like, I'm getting up there. I want to know what that feel like. Having everybody look at you. That was a feeling in itself, bro. But now it's just like, you know, we crying about everything. Shit is up. And, you know, and everybody looking at us like, man, this America? Dude, we care more about twerking than any damn thing else. Every damn thing that happens right now, we should be out there boycotting shit. I was talking to some activists about this, and they were like, man, nah, I don't want to boycott about, you know, rent prices. I don't want to boycott about the prices of food. I don't want to boycott about jobs. You know, they trying to take our right away to smoke cigarettes and drink beer. I'm like, this is what the fuck you out here about to fight about? Look. Like I said, a lot of this shit here, people don't see the big picture. And this is why I say you can't really fault people for being like, man, look, I'm done with this, man, because they ain't gonna get it. They not. People don't want to get it. People just want to complain, bro. And that's what's happening right now. People enjoying complaining. Man, but to later, fam, peace out.